Dear fellow employees, today we released the second quarter financial figures for Iceland Seafood, as well as our actions during the quarter and everything that is of importance to investors to form their opinion about the company. Now, clearly that's information that's relevant to us who work for the company, as well as our customers, our suppliers, etc., etc. Overall, second quarter is generally a slow quarter for the group. This one was, though, radically different than the same quarter last year. It was quite eventful as we had the COVID-19 starting into our operations. This year, in the quarter, we had a turnover of about 104 million euros, with about 1 million euros in profit before taxes. And for the first half of the year, the sales are about 208 million euros and profit before tax about 4.8 million. That is more or less in line with our targets at the beginning of the year and our budget. We had assumed that we would be out of the woodworks when it comes to COVID-19 around the second half of the year. Now, clearly, as we know, that is not materializing. We still have some restrictions, and although vaccinations are going generally well in our key markets, we are not out of the issues. And clearly, there are a lot of external factors that are impacting us. Clearly, there is a lot of fluctuations in raw material prices, increases in logistical cost, as well as in packaging and other things that are impacting us generally negatively. At the same time, we're seeing demand increasing and coming up, so our sales and therefore our margins are creeping up, which is good. So overall, we are seeing with this balance that we are, according to our original budget, about the same place where we wanted to be, and hopefully that will apply for the second half of the year. That is at least what we believe at this point in time. Although we have narrowed a little bit the profit gap, which we believe will be about 12 to 16 million euro for the year as a whole. Our financial position is strong, and generally our position in the markets is strong. It's fair to say that in the Southern European countries, we have a extremely strong position, especially within cod products, and that went very well during the period, as well as our operations in Argentina. So we were quite successful with the Argentinian prawn and the squid. So those were coming strongly into our numbers and above what we expected. In Northern Europe, Ireland is performing well, and with the investment in car, we are seeing more breadth in our offering and stronger position in the market. And clearly the Irish operation was very well prepared for the Brexit in the beginning of the year. In the UK, we started a new factory late last year, and we are still in the process of stabilizing that business and getting that operations on track. And clearly the facility is not fully utilized, and therefore we have been in a negative territory profitability-wise with that operation. But we are seeing that in next year and early next year that picture change. And in the sales and distribution, we are seeing good profitability and good activity, and we see that our position there is strong, and the ties to our customers and suppliers is strong. It is important for us, and we are seeing that quite strongly during this time, that cross-selling within the group is increasing. We are seeing Argentinian prawn in Ireland, into retail packaging and even into our own brand, and also into the French market. We are seeing more fresh whitefish sales into Ireland, and we are seeing that we are better operating as a group, as a coherent group of people that are working towards the same target. So given all this COVID situation, let me just reiterate that I am pleased with the results that we have achieved, not only financially, but also strategically. And hopefully we will be able to conclude in September the acquisition of Ahumados Dominguez in Spain, which will increase our salmon offering and our breadth in salmon, which is one of our strategic goals. So we are optimistic in general. We think the future is bright. We think we are well positioned in our markets. Let me just express my gratitude to all of you for your contribution. And I hope you are as proud as I am to be a part of this group. And although some days are more difficult than others, we are moving towards making us a better company, both for ourselves, but also for our customers and for our suppliers. Thank you very much for a good quarter, and let's hope we will have less COVID restrictions and good sales and demand in the second half of the year.